The royal court was designed as a complex of buildings, to serve both as an institution, but also for the family of the ruler on the throne and his entourage. The royal court of Targoviste is mentioned for the first time, in a document from 1403. The royal court hosts the following objectives. The Great Church. It was built by ruler Petru Churchill, at the same time as the royal house, in 1584. The place is dedicated to the Assumption of the Virgin Mary. Constantine Brâncoveanu ordered a new iconostasis for the church, the date of its execution being engraved above the emblem of the Wallachia with Cyrillic and Arabic numerals. The monument has unprecedented proportions at that time. The footprint is measuring 14 meters by 30 meters. The princely palace from the 16th century. The palace built by Petru Voda in Targoviste was small, but beautiful and grand. It consisted of cellars, ground floor and first floor. The ground floor fulfilled the administrative function of the building, and the first floor was intended exclusively for the family. The princely house from the 15th century. Mircea the Elder is considered the founder of the royal court from Targoviste. The first princely court, the headquarter of the central administration of Wallachia but also the princely residence for almost a century and a half, was an almost square building with cellars and a ground floor. The cellars are still preserved, built of stone slabs, with walls about 2.2 meters thick. Here we find the first known example of vaulted cellars, being known the fact that the cellars of the princely houses in Argeș County were covered with massive wooden beams. The ruins now reveal 4 parallel naves divided by 3 rows of arches, resting on 4 pillars each supporting semi-cylindrical vaults. Curtea Tower. It represents the emblem of the city of Targoviste for centuries. The tower is a cylindrical brick construction, supported by a shaped stone pyramid trunk, with a height of 27 meters and an external diameter of 8.5 meters. It served as a watchtower, place of refuge and defense, then as a clock tower, from where it draws and the present name, Curtea, meaning sunset. Pericles Church. Built by Mircea the Elder, right next to the tower and the princely house, it is the oldest princely religious edifice in Targoviste. The place of worship was also called after the Brâncoveanu restorations, the Church of the Lady. It being reserved for the voivode's wife, Mrs. Marica Brâncoveanu, and her suite. Museum of Old Romanian Printing and Books. It was built as a hegumen's house, during the reign of Constantine Brâncoveanu, due to the serious damage to the Dalu monastery. At the present time, the building houses the Museum of Old Romanian Printing and Books, unique in the country, due to the documentary historical and artistic value of the exhibits. Bălașa House. It was built in 1656 at the initiative of Mrs. Bălașa, the wife of ruler Constantine Șerban. According to the stone inscription embedded in the southern facade of the building, its destination was to be a place of rest for Christians who fall in need. St. Parascheva Church. It is the only monument, in the architecture of the Romanian country, dating from the middle of the 15th century, preserved intact until today. The oldest testimony, which attests the existence of the church, is a stone inscription, written in the Slavonic language, bearing the date of July 13, 1517. It seems, however, that it only mentions a repair, and not the foundation of the monument. Spread over 30,000 square meters, the Royal Court of Targoviste represents the best-preserved medieval royal complex in Romania, and is the most visited tourist attraction in Domneasca County.